So this week we have two reviews for you. We are going to do Spider-Man. Who the hell is that? Spider-Man, No Way Home, and also the first season of A.n.A. On FX and Hulu. And so honestly, I kind of want to do Spider-Man first. Um, so we could do that because I have I have a lot to say about Atlanta that might go on a bit. So so all right, so Spider-Man. Hold on, let me pull my notes up so it look like I know what the hell I'm talking about here. So all right, Spider-Man No Way Home. It's starring, everybody knows, Tom Holland and Zendaya. It just came out Christmas, right? Christmas in theaters.
Yeah.
And it just came out on Blu-ray within the last 2 weeks or so. So I was finally able to sit down and watch it, and I guess we're gonna talk about what we think about it. So yeah, bro, what's your initial thoughts of the movie?
Um, I have not been a fan of Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and I've not really been a fan of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Whoa, okay.
yeah, I've not really been fucking with him. And that movie made me change my mind on all of that. I was like, oh, I have, because my biggest problem was Tom Holland needed to grow up. And I don't mean the guy. I mean, like, their version of Spider-Man was just too goofy. I was like, this is not I'm used to Spider-Man being a little bit more, the balance is a little more mature. You know, he's a kid,
Okay, I get you. I think I know where
frustrated.
you're going. I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
And this movie finally was like, listen, this is what being Spider-Man costs. Like, in
Yeah.
the first movie, it was like being Spider-Man meant that you can't show up to a party because that's abusing your position. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but like, this little like elementary. I'm not. That doesn't really touch me. You know what I mean? I'm past that part of my life. In this movie, being Spider-Man means sometimes your loved ones are gonna die, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's the Spider-Man I'm familiar with. The one who has to take the L's in the name of doing what's right, like real L's. And I was cool. I was fucking with it. I
Yeah,
was,
some healthy trauma, you know.
yeah, yeah, fact.
Yeah, so okay, I know exactly what you're talking about when you're saying like the earlier Spider-Mans was just too carefree, just too kiddie almost in a way, which I didn't mind. I didn't mind it though. I was all for it. Like I loved Civil War was his first appearance, I believe, and I loved it for right off the bat. I thought Tom Holland was a pretty good job. He was really young as Spider-Man at first, which I mean it was cool. I guess because in Toby's Spider-Man, I guess he was like a senior or junior in high school, so he was a little bit older. But I like to think he was like just a freshman in high school, like for Tom Holland. And yeah, so the Spider-Mans that I know, like they definitely hit the bar and take a couple shots every night because they done been through some in their life, and so like they definitely corrected that in this movie. Like yeah, they definitely gave him like a healthy shot of consequence and death and all that. So like with Toby's, it was Uncle Ben, the traditional Spider-Man story. Uncle Ben, he could have stopped the robber. He didn't. He went and killed Uncle Ben, and he has to live with that, and that's kind of the trauma he carries around.
Right.
Andrew Garfield's is Gwen Stacy. Um, he tried to save her, but he ended up kind of like snapping her spine in there, which I laughed when I saw that. I know it's horrible, but I was like,
Damn, bro.
uh, you idiot. But but
Jesus.
but so yeah, now this Tom Holland was getting on my nerves. I mean, Spider-Man. in this movie. Tom Holland Spider-Man was getting on my nerves in this movie, bro. He was making like every wrong decision. Like every decision was just wrong. And I was just like, okay, man, this I guess we have to do this in order to get to where we want to be, I guess. But yeah, they made him and I'm used to Spider-Man being a little bit darker and him having a little bit of, more of an edge. And yeah, so now I'm interested to see where we go after this, kind of, because now his major tragedy is Aunt May, which who was killed because he should have just sent them back to their wherever they came from. I don't because he didn't. Yeah, he totally screwed that whole movie. That whole movie, like that decision, totally was wrong. Like he just
Yeah.
totally screwed everything up and it cost Aunt May his life in the during it. And so now I'm used to like the story beats of the traditional Spider-Man. Now he's like living alone now. He's like on his own and like he don't have Aunt May to fall back on. He had to carry that grief around with him. So I'm interested. I'm more interested to see what happens in the next movie. And if he's even going to be Spider-Man in the next movies or so.
Oh, he's gonna be Spider-Man. He's not gonna be Peter Parker for a
But
reason.
that's true. But I dug that aspect of it. But I don't know because it's like if all the other ones were like very dramatic and very heavy, and yeah, like Peter Parker is definitely hitting the bar some nights. It's give me I need a shot, bro. Just hit me, just hit me, keep him coming. But yeah, I mean, otherwise the movie was cool. The movie was fun. I love they brought Jamie Foxx back.
Yeah, they
um,
brought a lot of people. I was actually impressed with like they committed to this movie a lot in terms of like the cast. They didn't get like
yeah,
some guy to play Alfred Molina. To play Doc Ock. They got Alfred Molina to do it. They got Willem
yeah,
Dafoe to come back. It was like
yeah. Willem Dafoe is as crazy as ever. I'm becoming more and more of a Willem Dafoe fan. Like through the years, I've always like liked his movies and stuff, but like, nah, he is like I'm becoming like a huge fan of Willem Dafoe. Every role he has, he knocks it like completely out of the park. Though I'm noticing, and so yeah, I can't. And he's coming one of those actors. Like if he's in it, I'm watching it. Like this is one of those like if you see him in it, just put the remote down. It should be kind of interesting.
facts,
Um,
bro.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Other than that, it was pretty cool. We had the Doctor Strange magic in it, which was cool. I can't wait for it's 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks before the next Doctor Strange movie comes out.
Yeah, man.
Damn, time is rolling, bro. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was cool. We finally got some drama out of this part, Peter Parker.
I
Yeah,
love Andrew getting to save MJ. I loved that scene so much.
yeah, yeah. And he couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, like
I don't know why I laugh at that stuff.
yeah,
I'm
you're
I'm just
evil.
all right.
You're fucking evil. As soon as dog, I don't know. See, you missed out on a opportunity because I saw this in theaters, right? And when MJ falls and Tom jumps for her, and Goblin comes and intercepts him. When Andrew jumped, the whole theater went wild. Even before he caught her, like as soon as they saw that he was going for it, everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And I was one of them. I was like, "Yo, please save this woman." And when he caught her, we were all just like, "Yo," we erupted in cheers, bro. Everybody was like, "Yes, redemption, forgiveness."
Oh, I thought you said everybody breathed a sigh of relief. Like, oh God, he didn't kill this one.
Nah, we were happy for him, bro. Because it was almost like there was the aspect of the character was getting redemption for Gwen Stacy, but there was also the actor was getting the recognition because Andrew Garfield was the best part in the Spider-Man movies that weren't as good, but he was a great Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And because the
yeah.
movies weren't that great, he never really got the credit he deserved.
Which I never
And
understood that. I never understood like the Spider-Man hate. Like, okay, the movies were a little goofy, sure, but Andrew Garfield was acting his ass off as Spider-Man.
yeah.
No,
No,
no, go ahead.
no. You that's all you. All you.
Losing my damn thing. But yeah, I think I mean, yeah, I'm ready to give it a score because it was, it delivered on what it needed to deliver on. It was no big like surprise or shock. And I think the internet kind of ruined a lot of it because I mean I kind of knew everybody that was going to be in there because nobody would shut the hell up about it. So,
Oh, bad face.
but yeah, no, it was real fun seeing all three Spider-Man on screen. That was fun. I really loved that. And uh yeah, and seeing like the whole cast come back together again. It was a retro fix at the same time. Because everybody came back. It was not everybody except one person who was missing without the shocker, uh uh James Franco,
Oh yeah, like
you know. So
I
I
didn't.
can understand that, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I did. Although then again, well, no, because I was gonna say maybe it has to do with the fact that he died, but all them characters died. That was kind of
All of them did, yeah.
so.
And
Yeah,
they
that's
didn't
fine.
mention them. They didn't mention them at all. You would think like Willem Dafoe would say, "Well, where's my son?" or something like that, But yeah, we're not going to mention James Franco right now.
Unfortunate. I like Harry in those movies.
Yeah, he was a little over acty to me, but yeah, he was dope. I rock with James Franco's movies, period. But now he got to go sit in the corner for a while. So you know, but yeah, man, I can give it a score. To me, this is it's a straight five, straight fire.
I I want to give it a 5. I do. But like I can never give event movies those kinds of scores. I can never give it the perfect score only because an event movie cannot stand on its own. Like if you have not seen the other Spider-Man movies, it's impossible to get the full experience from this movie. You know what I mean? And I don't even mean the other two
Okay,
Tom Holland Spider-Man, but like it doesn't even fully work as a trilogy ender. Like you have to have actually seen other versions of Spider-Man to
right, going
really
back
appreciate.
20 years. Yeah, yeah,
And I don't think it's a bad movie if you haven't seen those movies. I think it's because I watched it with my mom, and she's very laissez-faire with the Spider-Man mythos, both movie and otherwise, and she loved it. So like it's still a solid movie by itself, but it can never be fully experienced by itself. So I have to knock it down a point just because it's a conditionally great movie, and I'm giving it a 4 on principle.
you just won't be. That's all.
No, I really don't. I said the same thing about Endgame. I said this like, and I love Endgame, but like the fact of the matter is, Endgame, No Way Home, and it's looking like Multiverse of Madness. These aren't movies; they're events. They're. I'm paying off the fans' loyalty. You know what I mean? It's you've been with us all these years. Here's a free cookie, or whatever. Here's something that is our way of saying thank you for being with us, but that's not your typical experience. You know what I mean? And your average layman doesn't get it.
I was good with it. I was happy with it. It was a little long, but I mean, in a movie like that, yeah, I mean, they got a lot they got to squeeze in there.
Yeah,
So, but yeah. So, what's your score? So, four? You giving it a four? All right, nah,
I'll even go 4.5, bro.
we're not doing that. No, four. So four. So yeah, nine. No, nine is fine. A 9 is fine. I hate when people do like the 0.5, 9.5, 9 3/4 or something. Like, man, just say 9. Jeez. 9 or 10. Like, go some balls, make room. So yeah, that is our review of Spider-Man No Way Home. So yeah, let us know what you think about it. Put it down in the comments. You agree, disagree? Is Hood being a for no reason? Let us know. So yeah, and don't forget to click like, subscribe, do all that good YouTubey stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.